Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome back to tarot card readings for your tarot card of the year. And today I am here to do your reading for the priestess. And things are going to look a little different on the camera. I have had an abundance of technical issues, but I'm going to persevere and go ahead with this. So I won't have a double screen, so I'm going to have to turn this camera to look at the cards, which you can see are just over there. Okay. So the priestess. Let's begin with this beautiful poem by Lloyd Haglund. This is from the Voyager Tarot. Priestess. Priestess lives in her hearing and sees through all illusion and deceit. Priestess trusts intimately, feeling like a gentle lover. She is a conduit, messenger, circuit. Priestess speaks from the divine, straight to the depths of your soul. Priestess thinks with passionate detachment, her feelings in balance, never jagged or flimsy. Priestess reflects and speaks with soft strength. Her spirit is pure like fresh snow, as clear as a winter breeze. When you meet the priestess card on Tarot's path, stop and listen. Withdraw. Withdraw within and wait. With slow, deep breath, Spirit will speak and you will hear. If mind, body, and feelings are like a clear blue iceberg, calmly expect and trust. The energy of the priestess card is calm and still, as strong as a glacier, as trusting as a raft. Your priestess reflects like the moon, seeing with deep diamond eyes into hidden truth. Listen, listen. That is one of the beauties here. Good morning, Heather. When the priestess is your card, when she is your card, I think listening is such an important quality of this card. And I would say that in the concept of withdrawing within requires a certain discipline, and that takes a sense of inner knowing and inner strength as well too, to know that this is a time where it's better if I am probably not with other people, that I select and I choose to do something on my own, and I wander through my inner landscape in whatever way feels like I'm getting to know myself. If this is your card for 2022, this is a big year. This is a big year of inner self-development. And it takes, I can't tell you how much discipline it takes to really embody this energy. It requires, of course, I already said this, it requires an inner fortitude to explore all that is available to her. Now, she is lunar energy. And so the easiest way to begin is connecting with lunar practices. And that would be to, if you already have a new moon and a full moon practice, that would be to amplify that and to start to explore and to look at the nuances of the moon phases. That's a great word, authenticity. To look and see what the subtle energies are of the quarter moons. To really tap into your moon phase, your birth moon phase, and I've spoken to that before, and that's the time of the moon when you were born. So you go into a moon app, you put the calendar in for the year, month, day you were born, and you can see what the moon phase was. And so my moon phase is just before the full moon. So just in those days of anticipation of the fullness and the release. And in those days, I really tap in. Like those are my days where I am in full awareness, full practice. And so if you know what your phase is, that is your time. That is your time for deep practice. That is your time for deep connection. On a superficial level, that would be your time for hosting your family, for shining your but we're in a priestess here, so I'm going to say that let's keep this very priestess. Now, if you are a man, if you are a guy, if you identify as male, this is oh my God, you would make a wonderful, supportive counselor of some sort, um, uh, a listener, any sort of um, a role, maybe not necessarily an occupation, where listening is the skill. This is such a powerful energy for those who shine more solar to begin to embody. There is a fluidity to this energy as well, too. So this would be a year to take that dance class. It would be the year to begin any sort of a peer support advocate for sure. And any sort of a movement practice where you begin to feel the fluidity of your physical body and how that increased movement and flexibility begins to awaken something within you. It taps into the power of the goddess, your inner goddess, no matter how you appear in this world. And we all are moving towards spiritual and energetic androgyny of balance and harmony, where we embrace all of that. I think this symbology in this card could feel, I mean, if you, I would read the Persephone myths. I would take out the Red Seeds Tarot. I would dance into the Aleutian Mysteries. I would pull out the Philarkos Tarot and spend a year with that. I would do everything I could to embody and embrace this energy, to wander, to find somebody who can help guide you with these practices as well, too. I would, this is a card that I know and I have practiced so well. I have mentors who are this energy. Now, another piece about this energy is that, and it's going to be really interesting in the reading to see what cards come up, because it is very difficult to navigate this dimension. So the season that we just moved through, where there are a lot of social engagements, where there's invitations to be in a place of shopping and alcohol and the darker side of this reality can be very uncomfortable for the High Priestess. And she will be tested in that way. Now, I believe it is possible for her to engage, because I know that she does. But it's about, and let's go to Heather's word, authenticity. It's about letting your true self shine and not being embarrassed about what truly moves you and what truly, it's so important to let those expectations of the earlier years, those fears of the year. This is about releasing fear as well, too, if this is your card of the year, so that you can find your way and walk your path and to let that inner goddess shine. I would also perhaps select a goddess to work with for an extended period of time, to learn a mantra for her, to initiate communication with her, to learn more about her mythology. It is really a beautiful way to begin to tap in. And so maybe you work with, I don't know, maybe you work with Celine for 6 weeks. And then you shift gears and you work with Demeter and Persephone. And the more ways that you can connect with this energy, the more that other things will start to shine through. Learn her song, learn her movement, learn her way of being. Maybe choose a day of the week to dress in flowy clothing, to see what it feels like, to see what it feels like to be her. If you always wear your hair up, wear your hair down. If you always wear your shirt buttoned to the top, open your shirt. Wear more feminine clothing. I know that sounds very sort of a mundane thing, but it's about, I don't know if I really captured it, but I did a video about beauty because somebody was asking me about this perspective of beauty and divinity and what that means. So this is about luxuriating in that Venusian energy. It's about being comfortable with the feminine. Yeah. So this is not an easy card to sit with for a year. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle and draw some cards. And like I said, this is going to be very, for you, those of you that are meeting me on Zoom later, Zoom is picking up things, so we'll have 2 cameras on Zoom. This is a reading for those who are working with the number 2 for 2024. The number 2, the High Priestess. So this is also a reduction of the number 11. There is also a connection through those tarot cards that end in 2. So the Hanged Man. With the Hanged Man's watery energy, I think this watery... The other piece, too, would be to connect with the element of water, to just be really grateful for that element in your presence, to learn more about the element of water, water communication, water in all of its phases, in all of its states. Okay. All right. I'm going to draw the first card and start talking about it and then I'll adjust the camera. Wow, this is interesting. It's the 7 of Swords. Okay. If there ever was a card to speak to authenticity, 7 of Swords certainly is one. And hopefully I can do this, people. Okay. 7 of Swords is a decision. 7 of Swords. Let's see if I can zoom in here a little bit. will do the best I can here. Seven of Swords is a card that asks you to, through your voice, through your sincerity, through your, I think, a commitment of mind as well, too. Now, isn't this interesting that sevens on the Tree of Life are connected to the to Venus? And so what I was saying here about connecting to that planet and perhaps learning more about that planet would be really helpful. Seven of Swords in this particular card is withdrawn. And this little fox, now foxes, this is another interesting connection. So for those of you that have the Kitsune Foxfire Tarot, no, Kitsune Foxfire Oracle, maybe you want to pull that out and read the intro again, or to learn a little bit more about the mythology of the Kitsune. Kitsune is the word for fox in Japanese, but it has a real mysterious and magical energy to it. The Kitsune are able to transfigure, so move between animal and elemental beings of mermaids and fairies. The Kitsune are really, so that would be fun. That would be a really interesting connection for you to develop this year. Yeah. Okay, so let's pull the other cards before I go on to part 2. Nine of Pentacles. That feels also very nesting and very comfortable. And in the Mars position is the Sun. Daughter of Cups is expanding in Jupiter. Judgment. So knowing your limitations. So some of the key words for Saturn are limitations, boundaries. In order to know this level of transformation, we need to respect boundaries. We need to understand discipline. We need to understand the discipline of time. In the Venus position is another daughter. So there's a gentleness to this reading. The powerful planet of Jupiter is daughter of cups. Venus is daughter of pentacles. So both of the receptive daughters are here. I think that acknowledges a what can I say? A gentle approach to this expansion that you are experiencing. Perhaps, like a beginner's mindset is what I want to say. Okay. And I want to apologize. This technical glitch has really thrown me off, and I
our trapped emotions and anxieties and unprocessed life experiences are the.
I just feel like it's I'm not sure why it's presenting at this time, but it is it's really thrown me off. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the link for part 2 before I give you the last card. Okay. All right, and the last card, this is in the Mercury position, is the Moon. Now, I don't think that there could be a better card showing up for you. I mean, the Cancer card is not here, which would also be an excellent card. The Chariot card, I mean. So there's the Water. We have the Daughter of Cups. We have the Moon card. What is the relationship between Mercury and Pisces? Jupiter and Mercury. 8. So I'm sorry, I'm just thinking here. What is the relationship? So Jupiter is the 4th Sephira, and Mercury is the 8th Sephira. Very simplistic, you know, we're building new foundations, building new ways of standing on our own 2 feet. So Mercury is of the mind. Mercury is quick moving. The moon is very quick moving. This is the Pisces card. It wanders with us through, let's use the word transcendental. So all kinds of mystical moments and states. This is a year about traveling into the mystic and finding that inner mysteriousness, you know, being okay with that. So I feel that the moon on this card, so they match up as far as both moving really quickly, the idea of embracing cycles and change. That would also speak to movement and flow. Okay, so there's lots here that we need to link together. So if you would like to go a little bit deeper and hear more about this, then here's the link for part 2. And I will see you shortly as I reset. Okay, thank you.